Hello, in today's video we're going to walk through how you can get set up in your Codeiros development environment to develop and make updates to your Codeiros website. For example, maybe we want to change the layout of some of these pages or make style updates or add new features or functionality to the website. This is the process you would follow to get started to do that. So what we're going to need to do first is install a code IDE, and the one you'll want to use is Visual Studio Code at the link here. In this IDE, you'll be able to connect to your Codeiros website and make changes to the website templates in real time and develop new functionality. So make sure you have this IDE installed and downloaded. I already have it installed here. And then what you want to do next, make sure you have access to the code repository for your Codeiros website. Either you will have created one if you have one custom, or you'll have one already provided by Codeiros and already have access to the one that Codeiros has provided for you. In this case, the code repository that is being used on this website is the Codeiros Demo Web repository hosted in Bitbucket here. And what we'll want to do first is clone this repository. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the clone URL and hop over to VS Code and choose the clone git repository option. And I'm going to paste my URL there, and then we'll choose the location we want to put it in. And it'll start cloning the repository, and let's choose to open it in this window. And after we've cloned it, you'll see the website template files. We have a lot of files here. We're not going to worry about those quite yet. We need to now go over to extensions, and we're going to install the Codeiros DevKit extension. So what you'll do is search on Codeiros Development Kit here, and let's install it. This extension is going to allow us to connect the website template files you see in this IDE directly to your website, so you can develop and code on your website and see what your changes are looking like. So after it's been installed, what we'll need to do is connect this repository that we have locally to our website here. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to go to VS Code, and we're going to open the command prompt. You can do it in a couple different ways, but you can do Command P or Ctrl+P or whatever you like to use to open the command prompt. And then you're going to do the greater than sign to bring up the list of available commands. And then what you'll want to do is search on Codeiros. And there's a couple different commands you can do. The first one that we're going to do is add remote. And we only have to do this once. And basically what this is going to do is connect this local folder to your Codeiros website so that we have a connection established. And what we'll do next is copy our website URL. In my case, it's content.codeiros.com, but it would be the URL of your system. And then enter your username that you use to sign into the Codeiros operations portal, and your password. Now, before we continue, let's make sure we have the right permissions required to develop on the website. What you want to do is sign into the operations portal on your website, which I have done now, and go to the employee screen. We're going to check our employee account and just make sure we have enough access. We'll search on my username, which is Julie. Now, the roles that you'll need for this is web developer, and that's all the roles that you need for this purpose. Just make sure you have web developer assigned here, and if you don't have it, you can always search for it down here and choose it from the drop down and assign it to your account. Now, once we have the web developer access, we can get started making changes to our website. But before we dive into actually making the changes, let's discuss branches real quick. So more often than not, you'll have a main development branch, such as staging or master. As you can see in the left corner down here, we have our staging branch. This is the main development branch where all engineers' code gets pushed into at the end of the day. We also have a production branch that the website is actually running off of. So if we hop over into Bitbucket, we could bring them up real quick. As you can see here, for this Coderis demo web repository that is driving the website, we have a staging branch and a production branch. The staging branch is the main development branch where we're constantly pushing in new features and functionality. And then the production branch here is actually the branch that the website is running off of. So anytime we merge code into the production branch, and then we deploy the production branch to the website here, those changes from the production branch are going to take on effect on the website. So we'll get into the deployment process soon enough, but however, when we're making changes to the website and developing on the website, we don't want to be affecting the live website, because we have users using the website to place orders and whatnot. What we want to do is actually create a separate branch, a development branch, and make our changes, test them out, make sure they're working well before we actually push them through to the live copy of the website. So what we would do to make changes and develop on the website is we would actually go back to our IDE here, and we will create a new branch in Git. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You can use your favorite means of creating a new branch. I'm just going to use the terminal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new branch off of staging, which we're currently on, and it's the main development branch. I'm going to create my new feature, and now I'm going to move to my branch. I'll do git checkout my new feature. Now, as you can see in the left corner down here, we are now on my new feature branch. And now what we need to do is we have created a new branch in Git, but now we need to tell the website about our new branch and actually push this branch up to the website so that we can start developing on this branch and not affect the production branch, which live users are seeing. So what we'll do for that is, first of all, we'll go to this output window here, and then we can select the Coderis DevKit extension logs drop down here. And now if we open back up the command prompt and search on Coderis again, let's now choose this Coderis push option. And what this is going to do is it's going to push up this local Git branch that we have up into our website so that we can see our branch on the website and preview it. Once we initiate the push, you can see that it's pushing up a copy of all these website files into a new separate branch on the website so that we can use that branch to develop. It'll take a few seconds here. And keep in mind that when you create a new branch, you only have to push up your updates. You only have to do the Coderis push command once for each new branch you create. Because basically we're transferring a copy of the local branch to the remote branch in Coderis. And then once that's done, you'll just go ahead and start making changes and saving the files that you've changed. We don't need to push up a separate copy every time. It's just a one-time thing. Alright, so now we've successfully pushed the branch up into Codere, so I'll give you a little notification here. And if you hop back over to the website here, what we'll do next is, right now we're previewing the live version of the website. Again, we're on the production branch here. We're seeing the production version of the website. What we need to do to develop is tell Codere's system that we would like to view a different branch and not the production branch. So if you go to content.coderes.com/services, or for your website, it'll be your URL/services. This is the Coderes APIs on your system. What you want to do is switch to the user API, and then go to the customer API here. Scroll down, and there will be a set commerce layout API endpoint here. And this is the endpoint that you'll use to tell the Codere system which branch you want to view on the website. I think my branch name was My New Feature. So enter your branch name here and then click execute. And now the website knows that you want to view My New Feature branch and not the production branch. So if we go back to the website and refresh, you can see that we see the website, and it looks exactly like the production version, and that's good because we haven't made any changes yet. So to actually make a change, what we'll do is we'll go back to our IDE, and the page we were just on was a category page. So let's make a change to that page. Let's open the source directory, and the category template is in the product folder, and it's category.ejs. So let's add a little message somewhere. Let's scroll past the CSS, and let's output a piece of text right underneath the title. Maybe I'll add a paragraph. Now what we'll do next is you'll want to save the file. You can do that through the menu option, or I'm just going to use Command S for save shortcut. And you might have noticed that we have a little bit of output down here saying that it did save the file up into the Coderes website. So once we've saved our file, our changes have been saved to our branch on the website that we're currently previewing. And if we refresh, we see that we have our text over here. Now this text didn't end up exactly where I wanted it to be. I actually wanted it under here, but this is where you could go back, tweak the position of this text, keep saving your changes, coming back to the website to preview them, and until you're happy with exactly how you want it. One more thing I'll just mention is after a certain amount of inactivity, let's say you stepped away to grab a cup of coffee or something for 30 minutes or so, and then you come back, just note that the website that you are viewing here may revert back to the production copy after your session expires. So if you ever run into an issue where all of a sudden you don't see any of your local changes, just head back over to the API here and make sure that the system knows that you want to actually preview your branch and not the production branch. Alright, so let's say we're all happy with the functionality we've developed. I like my little piece of text, and I'm ready to push this live to all of my production users who are using the website. What we'll want to do for that is, first we'll follow the normal Git process or source control process of pushing our changes to Bitbucket or GitHub, whatever you use. So I'm going to go ahead and commit my changes. And then I'm going to go ahead and push my branch. And now what we'll do is we'll hop over to Bitbucket and we'll create a pull request. into staging, from My Branch to staging, and we'll go ahead and create it. And once you're satisfied with how the code looks and what code has been changed, you'll go ahead and merge your changes into staging. Basically, we're pushing the code into this main development branch. Now, at this point, we could wait until maybe after business hours to actually push these changes to the live production branch. Or maybe we have a scheduled release and we're going to hold all changes on the staging branch until we're actually ready to do our release. Or if you're ready to push this to your live website right now, we could go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead, go back to pull requests and make a pull request to the production branch. Now, as I mentioned before, the website runs on the production branch, so any code that we want to go to the live website has to move from the staging branch to the production branch. Putting the code from staging into production does not actually deploy the changes to your website, but it stages them and it makes them ready for deployment to your website. So we always need to go from staging to production when we're ready to deploy the changes. And I'll go ahead and merge that pull request as well. Now once we have all of our changes on the production branch, there's one more step. We need to deploy the latest changes to the website. And what you'll do for that is you'll go to the operations portal here and you'll go to the application screen. Now on this screen is all of your installed applications on your Codere system. The first one you see here, the Codere Demo Web, this is our application that we have been updating. It is our website application. And what we'll do is we'll click this deploy icon, and what that is going to do is it's going to copy all the files from the production branch here to the website so that your users will see all of your production templates on the website. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. It will take about a minute or so, because again, it's copying all the files over to your website. Alright, the deployment is finished, and if we go to the website here, and remember I did not set the My New Feature branch in this browsing session. I am viewing the production copy of the website right now here. So if we refresh, we can see that our changes have been reflected on the live site where all of our production users can see them. So that's how you get set up to develop and make changes on your website and finally deploy them to your live version of your website. Hopefully that has been helpful, and we'll chat later.